Yo, people, time for another Wick Talk event. And this time, it's about Sega. Holy shit! Okay, before I actually go inside the level, because, I don't seem to have good tools to do post recording editing or post recording talk, so deal with me here. Let's say there has been a lot of talk about Sega remakes, and there is this thing that is called Sega 3D Remake Project, which is basically remaking projects in 3D or remaking old Sega Genesis projects in 3D. They do have plans to make Galaxy Force 2, Altered Beast, Echo the Dolphin, Shinobi 3, Sonic the Hedgehog, Space Harrier, Streets of Rage, Super Hang On. All that in 3D, announced by the European markets, and we have no clue when these titles are coming, let's see, to North America, nor is there any dates. They've just been announced, and they want to keep the exact same mechanic but making it in 3D, so to speak. This is just um, roughly telling you what was said. Basically, let's see, Sega Ages Online presented new rules and function, which brought a fresh take on the way they're played when it comes to their projects. So it's odd. The concept was to recreate the games exactly how they were originally made, but new rules and new functions have been presented. However, the 3D reproduction project requires further measures. Um, that's where they added remake versions exclusives, or so extra bosses to 3D Space Harrier. All right, I'll link up the article later on. But dear Sega, fuck you. You have absolutely no idea what makes your game good, or what used to make them good. What makes you think you'll be able to tackle on 3D remakes? I am not kidding. This is not just to be spiteful, but you fuckers wouldn't know how to make remakes, even if you were handed out the blueprints to your previous games. Easiest way to see this? Go look at Sonic 4 Episode 2. You had one job. One fucking job. Making Sonic go fast. That was the easiest blueprint you could have had. What did they do? Oh, let's tie in some co-op. So you have to do co-op's moves to continue slowing Sonic down. Uh, let's have you do long boss introduction, slowing the gameplay down, and especially if you lose, you're gonna have to restart that whole sequence. Honestly, you guys do not understand how to do remakes. And this is why when I'm seeing this 3D remake project, or when I'm just looking at this 3D remake project, and I feel bad. Mostly because I know there's gonna be a lot of fuck ups. They obviously don't know what to do or how to remake them properly. Hell, their next Streets of Rage, which turned out to be Fighting Force, was an entirely 3D beat 'em up, and it fucked up. As a Streets of Rage, of course. Not, saying that Fighting Force sucked. Personally, I only played the demo, and I didn't feel like I needed to go further. So, sorry in advance. Bit elitist there when it comes to beat 'em up, but I'm a beat 'em up snob, so it's gonna happen. Yet, you see, that's what happened when they tried doing a further expansion of such title. And frankly, I'm not surprised. They fucked up back then, and now they're still kind of fucking up. Hell, when you guys try to make And admittingly, that was an interesting bonus little side thing. You can unlock a 3D version of Green Hill Zone. Of course, that was fully 3D. It wasn't 2.5D, but it kind of played like ass. And now you're telling me that you want to recreate those old school titles and you're gonna make damn sure that they stay accurate? Come on. Come on. You're gonna have to give me a prototype, a vertical slice, or a fucking demo. Because I don't believe you. No, no, no. Fuck the demo. You give me that vertical slice right now. I want to believe you, but you're gonna have to give me a prototype or a vertical slice, or it never happened, or you're just bullshitting me again. And frankly, I hate the bullshitting now. I'm done with your bullshitting, Sega. I am done. A lot of people are just done with your bullshitting. So enough is enough, man. Enough is enough. What's this? False promises? We're gonna remake this in 3D and we're gonna listen to the fans? I'm sorry. I remember there's a specific company that had that same train of thought. Right, Capcom. They said something about listening to the fans. No. No listening to the fans? Not anymore, huh? Right. Oh, wait. Now they've said that message again. Ah, right, right. Best if they would have, you know, went true before those fucked up DLCs that came in with Azura's Wrath, Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Best if that would have been true before then. But now the bullshit is done. Enough is enough. And if seriously, if you guys were down with that, maybe, just maybe, you would have left the people working on that 3D Sonic. You know, that 3D Sonic Angel Island prototype that was shown a year ago? Right before you fuckers went on and do a cease and desist. Oh, maybe if you still give a fuck about those old school projects, maybe you would have let the people doing this Streets of Rage collection upload their game. Maybe you would have hired these people. Maybe. But it seems that your learning curve when it comes to that is beyond shit. Beyond shit. And that's it. It's over. It's like enough is enough. You know? How far are you gonna have to lie your teeth out? It's just pathetic, man. And a lot of people are just leaving these companies for good reasons. They're done with bullshitting. You know what? I want to make my own Streets of Rage. I'll make an indie company, and then I'll make a different, much better beat 'em up. Because, you know, apparently Sega has no interest when it comes to that franchise, but they are holding to that license like a fucking viper. Oh, yeah, Fighting Viper, where's that gone? Right, you're doing the Capcom route. You're not giving a fuck about your previous IPs. Or you might just outsource them to, you know, people that might not be able to do the job. I don't know, man. The decision is there. But again, enough with this bullshit. Fucking done. Seriously, you can hear it here. I am done with your bullshit. With all this company bullshit. I'm kind of done with EA holding out on Battletoads. I think they still have the license. Unless Rare retook the license, but I highly doubt it. I haven't done squat with that thing in a while. But yeah, and enough is enough, man. And seriously, if you're gonna start listening, show us some prototypes. That's the best way you'll get anyone on your side at this point. You know, we've already listened to bullshit, and we're kind of done. And kind just kind of done, you know. You're like the shitty PR that's promising an ending to Mass Effect and not giving it. Even though, okay, Mass Effect they did, but you know, you're like that guy who didn't want to give a good ending. You're that guy, and we're done with that guy. So enough is enough, right? It's time to get some shit done. So let's look at them. Let's give them the stink eye here. Let's give them the shit eye because frankly, that might be their saving grace. Frankly, they might get actual feedback, or frankly, they might fucking learn. But this is kind of like beating a dead horse right now. Sega not learning? Oh boy. Since when is that news? It's just like cash comp. Maybe I should do a game design run back on Sega as a company. That'd be a first. Game design run back. The entire company. That would be company run back. We're just learning from their mistakes. I mean, you can't let history repeats itself, right? Or repeating itself. So you might as well just learn, understand how they fucked up, and then try to change shit on your side. Anyhow, ooh, I cannot wait until Shinobi Tree in 3D, which is gonna be right. Squander my childhood, you fuck. Oh man. See, if we're a bit lucky, they might just pick up the blueprint for Shadowrun Returns, or Rise of the Triad, and they might just learn from that. And that's if we're lucky. If not, oh man, we're gonna get a Sonic 3 episode or a Sonic 4 episode 2 again. Isn't it gonna be great? But frankly, to a certain degree, Sonic 4 Episode 2 is not Sonic 2006, but still, for a Sonic game trying to be retro, it fails. The amount of failure is a bit disgusting, and that's just bad, lack of design, people who didn't get called out enough, and frankly, hopefully they learn. But fuck it, this is becoming redundant. I'm just stalling here, mostly because I'm about to finish this dungeon. So again, using Dragon's Crown, I'm just doing those quests on the side, leveling up. But it's a good game to talk about or to talk on because it's the flow of beat 'em up, you know? You can just get into that flow of beat 'em up and remember how good classic games feel. This reminds me a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, but better. And ironically, the developer or the producer for this game, he worked on it. He fucking worked on Dungeons and Dragons. So he went and said, "Oh, well, this is how I can make it better." And there he goes. I can't seem to jump off, huh? Anyway, I'll figure this quest out at one point. And yeah, I guess we'll just keep watching Sega from a weird eye at this point. Because frankly, they just love pissing off their fan. Love it. Anyhow, I'm done. See you later, people.